Hi, today we are going to study counting sort. Basically, counting sort is a non-comparison based sort. It is also outplaced sorting algorithm. So here, no two elements of given input elements are going to get compared. That's why it is given name as non-comparison based sort. Plus, input array and output array will take two different spaces. That's why it is an outplaced sorting algorithm. It sorts an element of an array by counting how many number of occurrences of each unique element is present in an array. The count is then sorted inside a auxiliary allocation or a temporary array. Then we will perform sorting with the help of mapping count with an index of auxiliary array. No need to confuse with the long procedure of counting sort. Let us see quickly the working of counting sort with the help of an example. Now here consider an array list containing of 7 elements, that is from index number 0 to 6. The elements are 4, 2, 2, 8, 3, 3 and 1. Our first step is to find out the maximum element from an input list. The maximum element in a given array list is 8. So here we have to generate or we have to create a count array of size 9. So here size 9 array will start from index 0 and go up to an index 8. So here total 9 elements are there in count array, which is equal to max plus 1 size. But actually element starts at index number 0. Now step 3 is to initialize each element of count as 0. So initially all the elements of count array is 0. Now we will keep on generating or keep on counting occurrence of each element. Start from A. A's first element is 4. So go at index number 4 of a count array and increment it by 1. So initially it was 0, now it will be 1. The second array element is 2. So we will go at index number 2 and increment its count by 1. First element is used. Now we will take second element, that is 2. So we will go at index number 2 and increment its count by 1. So initially it is 0. Now it will be 1. Take third element. It is also 2. Again we will go at index number 2 and increment its count by 1. Previously it was 1. Now it will be 2. Third next element is 8. So we will go at index number 8 and increment its count by 1. Next element from input is 3. So go to index number 3 and increment its count by 1. Next element is also 3. Go to index number 3 and increment its count by 1. Last element is 1. So go to index number 1 and increment its count by 1. So this way we have prepared our final count array will look like 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0 and 1 because we have counted occurrence of each and every element from an input list. Now next step is to create cumulative count of count array. Cumulative count will work this way. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 6 plus 0 is equal to 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. And finally 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So elements of count array are getting at cumulative count. Now this is your array, input array A, and this is count array that is cumulative that we have just generated. Now how sorting is done? Next step is to find index of each element from an original array and find the count in array. So let us consider this is my output array which is initially blank because it also contains only 7 elements as your input element list. So we will take first element, that is as the last element from input list. So the last element from an input list is 1. So we will go at index number 1 of count array, and whatever the value is there will be first decremented, and at that index of input original number, that is 1, is stored. Then we will take after placing each element at its correct position, we will decrement a count by 1. So now my count will be 0 in its place. So after this, we will take another element from back, that is 3. We will first go at index number 3 of count. At that location, what value is stored? 5. So take 5, decrement it by 1, that is equal to 4. Go to index number 4 of an output array and store original number, which is equal to 3. So 3 will be stored at this place. After storing a number, we must decrement a count by 1. So instead of 5, we will now make it as 4. Similarly, we will take the third last element, that is again is equal to 3. Again we go at index number 3 of count array. Here what value we will get? Now we will get value 4 stored at this location. So we will take 4, decrement it by 1, next value is 3. We will go at index number 3 of an output array, and at that location we will store an original number 3 at this location. So 3 will be stored, and after this step the count will be decremented by 1. So at this location count will be now 3. Next, fourth last element is 8. So we will go at index number 8. At that index we get value 7. We will decrement it by 1. So the index is 6. So we will go at index number 6 and original value is 8. That will be stored at this location. Now the fifth last element is 2. We will go at index number 2, take out the value which is equal to 3, decrement it by 1, that is equal to 2. Now we will go at index number 2 and store an original number 2 at this location. And after storing that value, we have to decrement a count by 1. Now second last element is 2. Again go at index number 2. We will get now value as 2. Now they take this value, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. That means we have to go at index number 1 and store an original value, that is equal to 2 at that location. And again update a count by decrementing and storing it into a array, count array. And the last element is 4. So go to index number 4. At index 4 value is 6. So we will make it as decrement by 1 is 5. Go to at index number 5 and store an original number 4. So at index 5, 4 will be stored, and here decremented count will be there. Now are there any elements from 8 which are left to get traversed? No, we have traversed from back to forth all elements one by one. So this is our output array. I would call it as an array B, which is already sorted in an ascending order because this is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 8. So this is counting sort, how it sorts an element without comparing any two elements with each other. It is neither comparing any two adjacent element or any two further elements. So without comparison, sorting is performed. That's why it is non-comparison based algorithm. Now let us see algorithm for counting sort for I1 to k, that means from first element to the kth element, or the k is the largest element from an input list. So from 1 to k, every element of counting is sort to or set to initialize to 0. For each element I, for each element j is equal to 1 to n, every cumulative array C of ij is calculated as C of aj plus 1. That means an element at jth location will become an index of count and it will be incremented by 1 to its previous value. From second to the last element, we have to generate cumulative count. That is, for I2 to k, C of I is equal to C of I plus C of I minus 1. Then we have to traverse our input array backwards from nth location to the first location. So from n down to 1, that means in reverse, an element or count of that index will must first get decremented by 1. That means C of A of j minus 1 will be stored at C of Aj, and B of C of Aj is an element itself, that is A of j. Remember this way, j is an index of an array A, which is an element which becomes an index of count array. That's why we write C of A of j. But at that location, whatever the value is or whatever an element or count present at C will become an index of B. That's why we write B of C of A of j. An element A of j will be stored at particular element. Now let us perform analysis. The very first loop is an I loop which starts from 1 to k. Second is j loop from 1 to n. Third is the loop from 2 to k. And fourth is the loop from n to 1. So basically k, n, k, n. These much times loops are going to execute serially. So first loop is taking time big O of k. Second loop, which is serial to that, will take big O of n time. Similarly, third loop will take big O and fourth loop will take big O of n time. If they are serially, we have to add them up. So your overall time or overall complexity of counting sort is big O of k plus big O of 1 plus big O of k plus big O of 1, which is equal to maximum of big O of n or big O of k. In most of the cases, n, that is number of elements, are always greater than the largest element itself. So in that case, we can directly write down big O of n instead of big maximum of big O of n comma k. Thank you everyone for watching this video. This is Munira Topia signing off.